Wow, sometimes the funniest plays are just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ha! And hey, sometimes it might just be better, or at least more funny, when you are lucky rather than good.
Oh my goodness, what?
The shot's good on the assist by James.
That's crazy, no way.
It's still early in the season, and teams are still trying to figure out rotations. Greg, what's it like to play in a game like that tonight?
Well, for a lot of these guys, Kevin, it's all about jockeying for position, making an argument for minutes. You want to earn the trust of your coaches.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP, and it's Williams at the 5. Brooks misses. And here's MP for 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 6 points for MP. And some big news for MP with his endorsements. Greg, he'll be one of the faces representing Gatorade in short order.
And you think back to all the famous stars who have represented Gatorade. Now, adding MP to that group, that is a huge honor.
And here is Bain after the three-pointer from MP. And just about a minute into the first quarter. From the arc. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. I was looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim and make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two guys. We'll see how it comes out.
Thanks, David. Yeah, if they can get the stops, GA, they could really take control of this game early.
Well, and of course, easier said than done. It's going to take great communication defensively to make that strategy work.
You know this. You've got to stay connected to shooters. Be quick in your help. Do things they need to do to accomplish this goal.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Good to see Hayward out there on the floor. For the past few years, this guy's dealt with a ton of injuries.
And it's a shame, BA, because when he's completely healthy, he's proven he's capable of making an all-star team. Consider this. In every season but his rookie year, he's been a double-digit scorer, and he always does it in very efficient fashion.
Now, here's Bain. 11 points last game. Adams finds Bain. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
A nice shot by MP.
And some off-the-court news for MP recently. He announced he'll be a spokesman for Ruffles.
Oh, and he'll be great. To be honest, you know, Greg, I'm not sure why Ruffles hasn't reached out to me. I practically live off the cheddar and sour cream. And I can say Ruffles has riches.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that. That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 17-point game. And the foul called on MP.
Number 4.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Bain passes to Jackson. Back to Bain from past the arc.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. And here's MP for 3. Cans it from downtown. MP's got 24 points.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And the pass to Brooks. Jackson with it over Washington. Jackson misses.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 27 points for MP. And they double up Morant. To halt the run, Jackson misses.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And here's MP for three. And it's the Hornets another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
If there's been a glaring weakness for the Charlotte Hornets these past several seasons, they clearly are not a good enough defensive team. And I mean that both in the painted area and with their perimeter guard play on the defensive end.
Memphis is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Brooks outside. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Morant outside. Pocket 6. Down low. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Now, here's MP. After the miss from Desmond Bain. MP, that's for two. And there's another one for the Hornets. And Doris with a strong post presence. Could the Hornets have been a playoff team?
Well, I think it's a foundational piece to any championship level defense. Most of the best defenses begin by taking away the painted area and easy shots and build outward, Kevin. So for me, it's more than just individual parts. You have to add in mentality and commitment and defensive principles that are built from the coach on through the personnel.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Buries the long-range jumper. 35 points for MP.
And they're getting their points now almost.
Morant with it, setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Williams. MP is out there with ball. Then there's Washington. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. Morant against MP. Three-pointer. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Here's Morant. The layup off target.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And again for three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Bain kicks to Morant. Jones, no one around him. And again, Memphis no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And here's MP for three. Sinks the triple. MP's got 44.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Passes it to Bain. Here's Jones, and they get it. The Hornets pull it in. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And here's MP for three. And it's the Hornets another three.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jones, no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Fires the three. Good. Another from three.
3 points.
And the threes just keep on coming. Another shot and another make.
He's starting to creep up that list now for most three-pointers in a game. We'll see if he can keep going. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Jones has got 5.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by the Hornets.
Here's MP. Again, what an avalanche.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Again, the miss by Jones.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
MP goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. MP's got 54 points. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And it's time for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Hornets. He said that he's got some real pain and tightness in his hamstring. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Here's Morant. And good that time. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
How about the handle from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Here's MP. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And sometimes in the closing moments, NBA games can slow to a crawl. Of course, you and I know that firsthand. Intentional fouls, replay reviews. What should the league revise in terms of that?
The most important thing they did is take some of the replay reviews and allow Secaucus to deal with it. That speeds up action. The fact of the matter is fouls and free throws at the end of the game are part of strategy. And yes, we need to be quick with replay reviews, but we have to understand this is strategic and important stuff that happens.
Over to the wing. Morant passes to Jackson.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
MP against Jones. Basket good. MP's got 59 points.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Here's MP. No good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
Number 3.
And the foul.
Substitution.
So as we conclude the first half, so
That's
far.
the end of the first half with the score. Your Grizzlies 36, the away team 99.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in this.
Substitution
He's
on the
checked in
court.
for Terry Rozier. Hornets shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And stolen by NP. Washington trying to break free. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Personal foul.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Stolen by Ball. Here's MP. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And the defense of Jared Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year voting.
Here's MP. And that one drops.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Shooting for shot.
Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin, health. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. the ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaron's still learning from playing night in and night out, now living up to that massive potential.
And yep, another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. And so it's Payne who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. To the inside. A rebound by Washington. Here's Charlotte now. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Stolen. Payne looking around. Now here's Morant for 3. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
Williams trying to break free. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist here tonight. And stolen by MP. That one falls.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Morant passes to Brooks. Outside, Payne. No good on the triple.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. MP, no good. And the foul called on MP.
Number 4.
That's his 5th foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Hayward comes with the double team. Memphis moving it around. Payne, no good. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Morant against MP. And too long on the shot. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Morant missing. The Hornets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
First personal foul.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Poke loose. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Remains Memphis ball.
Here's Payne. 5 points in the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
MP, good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now the Grizzlies with it. Outside, Payne from deep. And another miss by Memphis.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
MP, no good. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. And stolen by MP. Good, he hits again.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Here's Payne. Softly drops in the floater. Payne's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's MP. Williams trying to break free. MP, no good. The Grizzlies shooting pretty terrible here in the 3rd quarter at around 30%. And stolen by MP. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. That one goes in. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Charlotte.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
Tipped away. Ball against Morant. Brooks outside. Pass to Bain. The three. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Well, he hasn't proven.
Another bucket. Wow.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Here's Adams. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Adams has got 4 this quarter.
Steven Adams is improving on the offensive end, and given his size and strength, he's effective from inside.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Pass to Morant. Outside, Bain. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. MP. Brooks grabs the board. Grizzlies shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's now 9 points for Desmond Bain.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The leading scorer in this one.
Morant passes to Brooks. There's the triple. And it's Morant missing. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady. Again, what an avalanche!
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either. Now the pass to Bain. Off target with his 3.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
MP, no good. The Grizzlies shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And Desmond Bain with the 3. Bain's got 12 points in the game.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. Outside, Bain. Six to shoot. Launches it. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hey guys, the Hornets head athletic trainer gave us an update. Unfortunately, the news is bad. He told me it is a broken arm, and that's not what they wanted to hear at all. From what we have gathered, this injury will definitely keep him out of this game, and maybe for a long time, too. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
MP with it. He's picked up by Brooks. MP dishes to Hayward. Here's MP. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way. He does.
And And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
The end of the game.
To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thank you.
Now that's a level of effort on the defensive end we haven't seen before tonight.
You know, I feel like, guys are, trying their best, man.
That was a blast. Well, that's it. Thanks to everyone who submitted those top bloopers.
Actually, we have a few more.
But that was all the top plays, right?
Not quite. Here are some from Team 2K TV themselves.
Oh no, come on, don't do this.
Roll 'em.
Going to see a lot of action on the perimeter in this one. Clark, these teams are skilled three-point shooters.
I would not disagree with any of that, B.A. We'll see, though, which side is able to disrupt the opposing shooters. I mean, defense is going to play a role in this.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Charlotte has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. And the Hornets call time here.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, it could be just a slight tweak.
So on the floor for Brooklyn, Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Johnson. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. MP's shot is good. Well, you figured the advertising offers would come rolling in for MP. He'll be the new face of Kia in their NBA campaign.
I'll tell you what, not a bad face to have in the world of endorsements. MP is getting better each day and sponsoring the
Substitution on the court.
Smith against Dinwiddie, and that's an intentional foul.
Easy to see that this Hornet squad loves to play at a fast pace, and for good reason. They're built to do just that. They push the ball up court fast and hard, and they really work hard to try and catch the opposition unprepared and unalert.
And when it comes to their up-tempo play, do the Hornets' youthfulness play a part of that, you think, Clark?
There's no question about it, B.A. I mean, a younger squad definitely, I think, means more natural energy. So they've got more gas in that tank. Their amber light rarely comes on, and they can really outwork more experienced older teams in some cases.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. That's out in front, up 2.
71. The Nets, 73.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out. so it's the Hornets who come out on top here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Brad Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you.
So what's the big emergency? Someone die or something?
Look, it's Othello.
So what does that have to do with me?
You're Freddy's pet project.
What are you thinking?
You can fight back. Look, if...
MP, wait!
What?
We have a date tonight.
Okay, Team 2K TV My NBA Errors League is back, and we left off where Blake beat Danny in the finals with his Miami Heat. So we're moving on to Season 2. Chris, I heard you had a message for us.
You all are very lucky because I found out that...
With just a few games in the books, Brent, what are coaches right now looking for from their team, from their players?
Well, I think you're still trying to figure out what your identity is, Kevin. You've played a few games. You're trying a few different rotations. You still want to do that over the course of the next 25 games before you really settle into what you know is going to give you the best chance offensively.
Hornets leading by 3. So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Morris and Beal are the guards. Avdia out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Hooked away, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Washington basketball.
Kuzma outside. Avdia, it's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's MP. It's tipped. Richards. Count it. Richards got the lead up to 5 now for the Hornets.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Morris outside. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. Free throw good, MP. And some big news for MP. He's landed his first shoe deal. A huge moment that you know he's excited about.
And it was Jordan that ended up putting forth the best deal for MP. He'll join a long line of Jordan representatives in the NBA.
Lays it up off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Hornets lead. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Grizzlies. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Charlotte?
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
The tally on the offensive rebounds right now has been really impressive. They've just been in the right spot at the right time and getting those putbacks.
Kept alive by Charlotte. Here's MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Washington calls timeout.
The Wizards, one of these teams that's still in search of an identity. They've got a lot of skilled players, but it's really hard to say right now what this team is all about.
Wizards trail by 13. Morris outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. Beal deciding where to go with it. Passes to Kuzma. Shot to stop the run, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. A factor in Washington's lack of identity has to be, Brent, their frequent roster changes.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. There's been a revolving door there, and the front office makes a lot of moves. They're just trying to capture something, trying to get their star player healthy, and trying to regroup and see if something clicks.
And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. 11-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys are defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters, and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. That one good for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the foul called on MP.
Third personal foul.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Wizards trail by 13. Outside Beal. And there's the pass to Avdia. Beal against Oubre. They get a hand on it, and stolen by MP. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Hornets shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And you hear the legends, Brent, talk shop. So often, it's about what separates winning players from the guys that don't win as much. What comes to mind for you?
I think what comes to mind, Kevin, is expectation. And sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves with guys who we want to anoint as the next great player. Look, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 chances at the highest level to finally reach that point where you have the confidence and the experience and the know-how to be one of the best players in the league, and who compliments you along the way. So to me, it comes with a great deal of patience to let that player achieve that level of success. Yeah, Kuzma quick to that ball, and then cat-like quickness to get it up.
Here's MP. Oubre outside. Here's MP. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Beal, the pass to Morris. Kicks it to Avdia. Now Kuzma. Outside Beal. Beal can't get that one to fall.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
A nice shot by MP.
And the passing ball displays night in and night out is impressive. He takes pride in his ability to facilitate.
Outside Beal. Lets it go with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's MP. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
It's deflected. Count it.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Wizards trail by 18. Pass to Avdia. And here is Beal. Offline with his 3.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Avdia. The rebound by Richards.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's MP. Rebound by the Wizards. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Good heads up from Bradley Beal. Just spots the ready shooter.
Charlotte leading by 16. Here's MP. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the wide open shot for Morris. And they'll get another chance. No good on the 3. Offensive rebound. The layup missed. Wizards trail by 16. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. Here's MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 24 points for MP.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Time called here. Wizards decide to talk it over.
After winning the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball is even better his sophomore campaign. He continues to grow his game.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Charlotte. Rozier comes in for Kelly Oubre. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Porzingis is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kendrick Nunn comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Goodwin's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's DeLon Wright in for Monte Morris. And for LaMelo Ball's second year, Greg, where did you see him improve the most?
I think taking on more of a scoring load, Ball's points per game were significantly up. But LaMelo also improved his 3-point and free throw shooting numbers. So rounding out that offensive game will be important.
And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Outside, Ball. Here's MP. Porzingis with the block.
That's a forgotten skill as Porzingis able to get up there and throw that one away. He's finished top 10 in blocks a couple of times.
Wizards trail by 18. Done with it. He's got 10. Pass to Goodwin. This one for 3. Hornets with the rebound. Richards got 8 rebounds in this game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
MP, no good. Wizards shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Sometimes you do a little extra work. Something good comes your way. And Porzingis cleans up that offensive rebound.
MP right side. Pass to Rozier. MP kicks to Rozier. Shot clock at 5. MP. That's good. And it's Rozier with the assist. And that's now 28 points for MP. Wizards trail by 20. Wright, the pass to Nunn. Back to Wright. Nice ball movement by Washington. And it's Goodwin missing.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Here's MP. It's hauled in by Goodwin. Goodwin's got his 5th rebound in this one. Nunn looking around. The pass to Goodwin. Fires for 3. Can't hit that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Sounds good. Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Mikhailuk's checked in for ball. The Hornets have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
Here's MP. Lays it up and makes it in. MP's got 33.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game. A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
A difficult situation for Washington. 44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now here's Goodwin. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Nunn. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's Goodwin missing. To the paint. Here's MP. No good with the layup. And here is Goodwin. And so is Charlotte holding a very comfortable.
With the score, your Hornets 78, the Wizards 53.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
The forwards are Hayward and Washington. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP. And it's Richards at the 5. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
With the assist.
Got a piece of it. Here's MP. Rebounded by the Wizards. Beal's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kuzma finds Beal. To the middle. Kuzma outside. Pass to Beal for the 3. Doesn't go that time. Charlotte has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. MP, no good. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Misses the 3. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's MP. Banked in off the glass. MP's got 39.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Morris. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
MP.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button. We saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. MP goes up and lays it nice and easy. MP's got 10 points in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Gafford. D right on him. Beal gets a wide open look. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. 15 points for Bradley Beal.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Charlotte.
MP, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Richards, and good work on the boards. They pick up a second chance point. Richards got 6.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
Ball finds MP. Basket counts. MP's got 47 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Morris passes to Kuzma. Outside, Beal. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
MP, no good. Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Morris passes to Beal. Shoots over Washington. Offline with the baseline jumper.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
MP, no good there. Nice D from Porzingis. The Wizards shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Baseline J on the way. Beal can't get it to go.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And it's Washington's ball. And Kuzma has it in the corner. And the 3 off target. And here's Charlotte. A 14-2 run over the last bit. MP, no good. Here's Morris. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And Gafford throws it down.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a play there, the hoop plus the harm.
Charlotte making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Washington. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. And it's Williams with the ball for Charlotte. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. So the Wizards 5 right now. Morris and Beal are the guard. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis. And it's Gafford in at the 5 down low.
Hey guys, at this point, just a side note, they've got this one sewn up. He's probably headed to the bench one way or the other.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Here's Goodwin. Outside, Davis. Goodwin feeling it out. And he banks in the layup.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a critical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and
Oh, man.
I told you we'd have a good time.
This was great. This was great.
Good.
Hey, you know, I'm sorry for blowing up. What do you think I'm doing? Giving half effort? Mila.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of hot air that I'm hearing, but I know there were some trades, and I want to hear more about it. So, Brian, do you have more about this conspiring?
There was absolutely no collusion, and I'll tell you why. Because I sent a group chat text to everybody at Team 2KTV, and I said, breaking news. Rumors are reporting that the Golden State Warriors...
Well, the pace figures to be fast tonight. Two teams that thrive when the tempo is at its quickest.
You're going to love this one. Up and down. Neither squad likes to use too much of the shot clock. They'll be looking to get out in transition every time they get a chance.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Winslow in at the 3, small forward. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And so they foul intentionally. And so it's Charlotte with it. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
And they were shocked by this team twice last year. Just didn't play well.
At the forward spots, Hayward and Washington. MP is out there with a mellow ball. And it's Richards in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Substitution on
and a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
It is all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, they've also had a great deal of second chance points tonight. Great job finding the offensive board and then converting on those extra tries.
Personal foul.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the half. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in a good situation.
Your Hornets, 64. The Trailblazers, 77. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Hornets Youth Dance Team. Your Hornets
just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to... So no problem for Portland as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching tonight's game. So
want to talk to you about what's going on with Othello.
But then later on, I found out that Blake made an even bigger trade.
Yeah, well, you know, I came in right on time, not early, as Chris likes to think, but I caught wind that Brian had made a deal. Danny was trying to get number 2 or number 1, and I think I just beat him to the punch. I traded 5 first-round picks and Larry Hughes for that second overall pick.
Have a throwback battle on our hands, Greg. These two teams take pride in their defense.
No doubt, these are some tough-nosed, gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP, and it's Richards in at the center filling out the middle. MP, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here's Oladipo. Kept alive and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. When they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose? The Heat trail by 11, and so they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. First
Here's
team
Butler.
foul.
Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing, setting the floor for the... Here's MP. Shoots. Washington trying to break free. And there's the bucket from MP. MP's got the game tied up here for Charlotte. And so they choose to intentionally foul. This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
Now, here's MP. He has 5. The quick look, no good that time. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Oladipo misses.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
The 3 from MP. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the... And guys, it's been Kelly Oubre making things happen so far for the Charlotte Hornets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total.
The away team, 63. Your Heat Youth Dance Team. Okay, fans, time to get on your feet.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how... And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
Thank you for coming out.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for tonight. For Greg Anthony, Doris...
Oh, I'm hearing you're thinking about staying after all.
Yeah, things got a little emotional the other day.
Look, I'm not saying you can't do the whole good soldier routine, but...
Listen, I just don't want to leave anything up to...
We start small.
Okay.
I'll set up a meeting with John Luck. You can tell him all about
But Alexis, I will say the one great thing, the only time in my entire life I have rooted for the Boston Celtics is they had the #1 pick to draft arguably the greatest player in NBA history, LeBron James. They can't screw this up, right? Oh, they did. Blake, talk about it.
Hey, I was ready to go with Wade or Carmelo Anthony, but the Celtics did me a service. They drafted Chris Bosh, and the goat fell into my lap. LeBron James gets to Miami way before he needs to make any kind of decision.
And with the third pick?
Okay, well, since I started this whole trade saga, I really had to nail my third pick here. I had Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony on the board, but since I already have Tracy McGrady at the 2 guard, I wanted somebody in the front court to really help him out, somebody on the wing who could stretch the floor. So I went with none other than Carmelo Anthony to the Golden State Warriors at number 3, and I was super excited about it.
Oh, not bad. Not a bad pick. And the fourth pick goes to the runner-up.
Yeah, Danny, how'd you get that pick, first of all?
Well, all I could think through this whole debacle is punctuality is very important, all right? When you get a heads up and you know there's something going down, get in there early. So I did. The only gripe I had was that I made 12 trades to get the number 4 pick. Blake slips in 3 minutes before we start the thing and nails the higher pick, but I got lucky because Dwayne Wade fell to 4, and so I went from an NBA Finals contending right there for the championship to adding a wonderful piece with 17 badges as a rookie. I'm thrilled to have Wade on the team, and I'm going to guarantee a championship for the Kings this year.
And rolling all the way down to the bottom of the draft, we have none other than our tardy Rodney. Tell us what you did.
Well, since I couldn't make the same trades as the other general managers, I decided to just make some moves, make some trades, and then base my draft on those trades. So I noticed my team's way over the cap, and I noticed that Antonio McDyess had 1 more year left with him. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to resign this guy, so I decided to move him and bring some more scoring into my team to give KG some help. So I ended up trading Antonio McDyess, Eddie Jones, Avery Johnson, and a first-round pick to the Raptors for Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell. So I thought maybe I could have some more scoring because Blake did eliminate me last season with that tough defense that he had. So with the 21st pick, I drafted David West. So I figured I might have some more depth and more scoring.
Nice. So you got David West, and moving even further down the draft, we have our non-conspirator, Chris Manning. Who did you choose?
Well, I decided to go with Luke Ridnour to give my backcourt some well-needed handling and a little bit of shooting. I also picked up Barbosa in the second round of the draft. But here's the thing, Kobe's out for this entire season, so we are fully focused on taking L's, and we're going to keep those L's rolling in, baby, because we're coming for that #1 pick naturally, not conspiring against our coworkers, you know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean, because Chris, once he found out that Kobe was out for the rest of the season, you simulated all of the games. Therefore, we couldn't make any trades and boost our roster, so thank you for that.
Yeah, it was kind of like how everybody's like, let's get on at 5 o'clock, but then at 4:25, 4 of them were making deals with the rest of the GMs across the league, while some of us had real work to do, so I was a little upset. But it doesn't end with me, because my story is going to be next year. You guys have quite an exciting finish to this season. Danny, talk about some of the results of this year, too.
Well, looks like Brian and I are setting ourselves up for a run from the Western Conference. The other 4 of us have made the playoffs, and it's going to be real interesting to see. We're going to have to definitely go through each other. Same thing in the East. Blake and Rodney are matching up in the very first round, so these games, when we get into them, are going to be intense.
Okay, so in our next update, our team members will play against each other in the playoff battle. But first, here's a chance to earn some VC. Who do you think will win the title in Season 2 of our Team 2K TV My NBA Eras League? Do you think it's Team Danny, Team Rodney, Team Brian, or the defending champions, Team Blake? If you answered Team Chris, then you are wrong and you earn 0 VC.
Season 6 is dropping next week, which means we'll be breaking down all the new rewards and content in our next episode. You don't want to miss it. Make sure to check back next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific for that one.
And if you're out leveling up and you want to enjoy some 2K TV, you can pull us up in your in-game phone or at the God Next spot in the city.
Until next time, finish Season 5 strong, everybody.
An intriguing contest tonight with two teams that play some of the toughest defense in the NBA, Clark.
BA, I call it old school hoops. It's about winning with energy and activity, not just offense, getting it done with some grit and grind defense as well.
So the Hornets starting five. At the forward spots, Hayward and Washington. Ball is out there with MP, and it's Richards in at the center position. Washington from 13 feet, down it goes.
Boy, with good mechanics and a nice high release point, Washington has a pretty advanced mid-range game.
Pass to Butler. Hornets with the rebound. The Heat beat them last time when those two met at Miami.
And last time against this team, they struggled with foul trouble. It led to an ugly loss.
The foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
5 on the clock. The shot. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Butler passes to Hero for three. Sinks it from distance.
Well, that's a good job by Butler surveying the floor. He spots an opening and sets the shooter up for success there.
Butler against Hayward. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Well, that's a play Hayward loves to run. He mastered the pick and roll as a young player, and he's only gotten better with experience.
Down low. Kicks it to Hero. From about 19. Here's Love. Can't hit from in close.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Oladipo outside. Pass to Adebayo. The shot off that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Well, an all-star appearance for Bam Adebayo in 2020. Grant, you think he can get back there?
No doubt. I mean, I think the bigger issue is we've seen his numbers taper off just in the postseason. Can he reverse that and bring his best when it matters most?
Now here's Ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Heat in Miami. And it's Butler with the jam.
Blazing speed on display from Butler. Superb at finding a way to get behind the defense in transition and taking what he gets.
Here's Hayward. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Pass to Washington. Over Love. Washington's shot is good.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
Oladipo outside. Back to Hero. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Ball with it. Hero picks him up. Hayward outside. Fires the three. Adebayo grabs the board.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive and they've been proficient.
Hero for three. The Hornets pull it in. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical zone.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now here's Oladipo. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Oubre, he's checked in for MP. Pass to Butler. Here's Hero. Back to Butler. Now here's Adebayo. 6 to shoot. From deep. Here's Ball. Tyler Hero is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And so here is Miami. Hero, the pass to Strus. The three. Hero, no good.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Hey, the slam by Hayward.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. More NBA on 2K. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today? And legacies are defined in the playoffs, game to game. What's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, BA, I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
And Clark, you could make a case that the Hornets were the best passing team last season.
BA, let's go to the numbers. I mean, they average the most assists per game in the league. And it's not just one guy. This is a team that's full of guys who can drop down.
MP, no good.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
The Hornets making a switch here. Rozier's checked in.
Checking in for the away team, Terry Rozier III.
Here's Adebayo. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Oladipo, the pass to Hero. The offensive rebound. And it's Butler with the jam.
That time you see the hustle there by buckets. First corralling the miss, then sinking the dagger.
It's Hayward on the wing. Butler covering. He is checked in for Rozier.
Number 40.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
He came in with the aggressive mindset, but didn't quite know how to pull back.
Yeah, too bad he fouled.
Only allowed 6 points in the second half. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, BA. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is...
I spoke with Ashley, and she was clear about the ground.
Okay, so they wanted to ease my transition to the starting lineup.
So this was a top-down initiative?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, he couldn't even get on board with it, man. The entire organization had a...
Wow, okay, so why do you think he was so against you having these...
Man, maybe it's... He's old school, and this is maybe too...
YMP, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I thought you might... Oh, you're here, so that can't be good.
Well, it's not bad either. Things